Welcome to the Emerald Gem. My name is Sean from Balcony Bridge. We're here at Cafe Racer. Thank you so much for hosting us. I'm here with my friend from Weep Wave, Dylan.
What up?
Yeah. Dude, you know what I realized like 20 minutes ago? It is the 1 year anniversary that we played at the Rabbit Box together.
That sounds about right.
Dude, isn't that crazy? Like on March 18th, 2023, we played at the Rabbit Box.
That was our tour kickoff show for last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you're going to do tour kickoff show at Sunset on the 5th, right?
Yeah. We're pretty consistent. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess that seems like a good time of year to tour, like springtime. Like
It kind of works out pretty well for us at least to go like this time of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats on moving on from your job.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think I saw you guys are going to be on the road for like a whole month, right?
Pretty much.
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah.
Do you feel, because we only did like a short 5-day run and we had a blast the whole time, like it was just so much fun goofing off and like getting into the weird shenanigans and stuff. But dude, I feel like a month, like, does that put you in some kind of weird time warp or something like that?
I mean, it's like my favorite time to be alive is on tour. Because you're somewhere new every day, as you know, and like you're just meeting all these new people and like, because like before, like, I'm right now going to work every day, and so I'm in that routine of like going to work every day, so like everything is just like a blur right now. Like everything's like, life is going by really quick right now.
Okay,
but then like when you break that cycle of doing the same routine every day, like stuff slows down. You know what I mean? Like And so like to be on the road, just doing something different like every day, it feels, when it's happening, it feels like forever. But then when it's over, it feels like it just like went by.
Damn.
Like in the blink of an eye.
Yeah. Well, I think what's cool about that, like when you're constantly on the move and you're seeing new things over and over again, it feels like you're really living.
Like, because if I didn't have to pay rent and like bills and stuff like that, that's what I would be doing every day. It would just be on the road, something new, constantly like moving like every day.
What about, how does your body feel though?
I mean, more from the body stuff, it's more so like the sitting in the car, depending on like how long your car drives are, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I do notice, like, I feel like I'm an astronaut in a spaceship and my body is like deteriorating from not like, I mean, if you move your body like outside the car, but like, because like there's nothing you can really do like when you have to drive for like
9 hours,
6 hours a day.
6 hours,
yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel that. Well, you guys have a van, right?
We do, yeah.
Do you guys have enough space where you can like lay out in the back or something like that?
It's pretty comfortable, yeah, because there's only 3 of us. And so like right now I have like the middle row in there, but I'll take it out for the trip. And so whoever's in the back gets just like a ton of space. And they can, like we can take shifts and like someone sleeps on the back bench while the other people, man the front.
Dude, the tour is so much fun because it's just a fucking road trip.
Yeah.
For me, I was calling it a vacation. I'm like, dude, it's like we're on vacation, man. We're just traveling, having fun. And then somebody else in the band was like, this is not a vacation.
They weren't having a good time.
They're like, this is fucking work right now. But yeah, dude, I don't know. It's so much fun because like all the silly one-liners that come out of it, you know?
Because you're like with your friends for like, however long. Just like goofing. And then you have like a mission every day. Because it's not like you're doing nothing, you know what I mean? It's like you have a mission, like I got to get to this venue by this time, and then like whatever. Yeah. So it's like you're the shark constantly like moving.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Is that true? If a shark stops moving, it dies?
That's to my knowledge. I think so, yeah.
To the current data that we have now, yes, sharks will die if they quit swimming. Man, that's wild. But that's so cool, man. I'm happy for you guys. It's fucking dope. I cannot believe that it was a year ago that we did that show, but that's something that I've kind of reconciled with in like the last 6 months or so.
Last year.
Is that a year is not a long time. No. Yeah, dude. So it's weird to like break down that wall in your head to like realize that planning things out like 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now is not really that long.
Dude, like, yeah, so last February we were recording our current album that's being released on April 5th.
Yeah.
So like that's just the recording point of it, where like the year before that was writing and learning and like, you know what I mean? And then you get to the point. So it's like an album is like a 2-year process. Yeah. If not, from like release, and it could be like longer past that,
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Stuff, but like, yeah.
Like from like the initial conception, like when the first songs are written,
Yeah, or
and then
like-
working
yeah.
on those songs, and then going into the studio, all the mastering, developing the album art, and then putting it out there, and then there's like the follow up, like you were
And
saying.
then it's the release cycle, and then like if you're touring for that too, then there's like the tour cycle. So it's just like
yeah.
there's a lot of planning, and it's
How'd you figure it out?
I've been doing this since I was like 14.
Oh, far out.
It's the only thing I've ever been motivated to do.
I feel that.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know how to not do it at this point. I guess I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. I mean, I figure you kind of figured it out on your own.
Yeah, I mean, like there's like people who've like given help, and there's always the homies out there. But
Yeah. Because I remember we played a show at the roller rink, Southgate roller rink.
that was what, like 2 years ago.
That was a long time ago, yeah. And I remember asking you, I'm like, how do you book shows? And you were like, especially out of town shows, and you just gave me some solid advice. You're like, yeah, just check out their calendar, see what bands are playing, and then you got to like research the bands. It's like people don't understand like how much work and research goes into like booking
Even
an
just
out of
booking
town
one
show.
show.
Even just one
even
show.
in town, it's like you gotta like figure out the date it's gonna happen, the venue it's gonna happen, the bands you want to be on the bill, and then when those bands can't play, the bands who are gonna like they're like the second the runner-up band or whatever.
Oh,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like your second choice, and then sometimes your third choice. Your fourth, like so it's always like you're always having to juggle or just like
Have backup plans and shit.
backup plans, like do what you can kind of thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's a lot what we do in terms of like the back end to like make everything happen, you know. But I guess it's definitely worth it. Like you said, like being motivated to do it is like a huge thing. And the payoff is so rewarding, dude. Maybe not like
Not financially, but
not yet. But the reward of just like pulling a whole event together and like curating a bill and getting people out, and then everyone shares this awesome experience. And I mean, you know what it's like after you play like an awesome show and the crowd's really into it. Like you feel so alive, and it's like you can't get that drug anywhere else.
right. Well, it's wild too. Like because we've been on like I remember there was this one show we played, like it was like the end of the tour, and we're in like Chico, California, and it was like this house show on Halloween, and just like all these people, it was just like packed, and like the local newspaper put like the address and like advertised the show in like the paper for like a house show.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But it's just like wow, because I'm just like wow, I sent like this is the result of me sending like a couple emails or like you know what I mean, like and then like all these people are coming together, and like maybe people become friends from that show, or like like couples happen, or like whatever, you know what I mean. It's like it's really wild to think about like the bringing people together part of like the events.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
what comes out of that too. It's crazy. I'm trying to imagine how it works. The only thing I can think of is like a web. It's like a spider web, but it's like one thing happens and it just shoots off like all these other like ripple effects or consequences, for lack of a better term, from stuff like that. Like you said, couples, and I'm like, dude, I wonder, man, if there's like people out there that fell in love at one of our shows, or like met somebody and now it's like their partner, and then it's like forever. Like,
right.
Like,
if you wouldn't have played that show,
would they have fallen in love?
Right.
That's pretty cool. I think that's one of the wild things about doing music is you're never truly going to know what everybody's experience with your music is, So we're out here struggling, trying to like make shit
well, I feel
happen,
like, especially as an artist, you have like this, tunnel vision of like my art, or like, this is what it needs to be, or whatever, where you don't, like outside of that, like, you never really know like what some random person views your band as, or like, if how they take your music in, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's
like the relationship to it. But it's cool that I get to hang out and talk with you, like just as friends, because I'm such a fan of you guys. So it's cool that I get to share that experience with you and tell you like how it makes me feel. I know I've told you this before, but just for the cameras, when I first moved to Seattle, I landed in West Seattle and I was staying at an Airbnb there. And I remember I went to Easy Street Records. And I was
shout out Easy Street.
Shout out Easy Street. Yeah. Well, actually, you were just there for the art walk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking dope.
Yeah.
They do cool things. And But that's actually the only time that I've been there. So I was staying at an Airbnb in West Seattle, and then I went to Easy Street to like check it out. And I remember I was trying to find shows because I'm like, all right, I'm in Seattle now. Let me see what's going on. And then I saw that you guys were playing. So I was like, all right, this seems like a cool band. I'll go check them out. And then later that day, I go to Easy Street Records, and then I find your tape, Amassing a Mess. And then I'm like, oh, no shit, they're playing a show later tonight. I'm going to buy this fucking tape. I missed that show. And then over the next few weeks, I was getting settled in Seattle. And I remember like driving home from work on Fridays, and I would throw in that tape and just like crank it up and be like, it's fucking Friday. I'm leaving my job. Like, let's go. And then I finally saw you guys play at the old Black Lodge.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember who else was on that bill, but I remember I was there to
was
see you guys.
Years ago. Yeah, we haven't played Black Lodge in a fat minute.
Yeah, well, they closed and then they just reopened like right next door to where they used to be. I can't remember the name of what that venue used to be.
It used to be Lo-Fi.
Lo-Fi. Yeah. So now it's the Black Lodge. But yeah, I don't know. That was just such a cool experience because, for lack of there's no other way to put this, but like you were my introduction to Seattle music.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah.
Right? Like that's fucking dope. And yeah, I remember I saw y'all's show, and then like 2 weeks later, the pandemic happened, and then everything ended, dude. But here we are now, dude. Like 2.5 years later, we're both in
Dude, it's like
bands,
4 years later.
4 years. It's 4 years. I
Yeah.
said 2. Oh my god, dude, it is. It's 4 years later. God, that's fucking nuts, man. But yeah, that record, Amassing a Mess, dude. I fucking love that shit. The thing was dope. But you got this new record coming out, Speck, right? And we were listening to it on the test pressing, and dude, it sounds fucking sweet.
Thanks, man.
Oh yeah, it sounds full. I was loving the
Appreciate it.
bass tones too.
Yeah, like the vinyl sounded really a lot better than I was like expecting it to be.
That's a nice surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The vinyl sounds better than like the digital stuff. It's like, yeah.
Dude, well, yeah, that's
like
gotta,
the point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Glad
That
we
has
got
to be
the
the
point,
case.
yeah.
It's weird how vinyl works that way. Like I remember the first time I got a record player and was collecting records. There is just like there's just some difference when like you put the needle down and you listen to it. You're like, I'm really hearing this right now, and I'm really feeling it. You know, like digital sounds so clean and nice, but something about that vinyl just like feels like it's feeding you. You know, it's really cool. It's special.
Nice. Yeah. No, I collect a lot of records, so I get it.
Yeah. I hope maybe I'll start getting into that again at some point because
It's expensive, but
it's an expensive habit.
yeah. I mean, it's because for me, like we play all these shows with all these bands, and so I just like to get their record because I have so many band shirts, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
like
dude.
if they have a vinyl, like if they have a record or whatever, like I'll buy that instead and try to get them to sign it. And I have like a pretty good stash of like friends bands who have like signed the record, or like, you know, like bands we've opened with for,
Yeah.
like Blackwater Holy Light, like
Oh, hell yeah.
or like Los Bichos. I have like
Badass.
signed stuff from them. It's pretty cool.
That is really fucking cool. Wait, when did you guys play with Blackwater Holy Light?
Like a year and a half ago, 2 years maybe. Over at Chop Suey. Whenever they played Chop Suey last.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Damn, that must have been crazy.
It was pretty cool.
Oh, dude, I bet. That must have like packed the place out. The big sound.
It was like, so we were the openers, and it was kind of funny because they had like Chop Suey has like that bar mini wall thing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so everybody was just in the bar, and like nobody was in the like general admission.
Oh yeah.
So everyone was just like watching from like from
over there,
the
just getting
left
drunk.
side of the of the venue. But it was still a really cool show.
Oh, I bet.
And yeah, Spirit Mother. I don't know if you've heard of them, but
It sounds familiar.
they all were also on the bill, and that was the first time we've met them, and we've played like with them since. They're cool people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Dude, that's the best. Like when you make friends with a band and you're just like, oh my God, these people are so nice. These people are so cool, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best. That's what somebody
It's
told me.
better when they're cool and not like an egomaniac.
Egomaniac, or even just like cold. And like I can understand that, like if you're on the road or even just as a person, you don't have the capacity to like be friendly and like engage
Every
with
day,
people,
yeah.
you know, because I get it. It takes energy. But yeah, when you do meet people and they are in that space to like be warm and welcoming and like interested in you, that's so fucking sweet. But again, yeah, doesn't happen all the time. All right, so yeah, you guys are going on a month-long tour. Dude, I imagine, dude, it's just got to be so wild. Like when you get back from that, you're like,
Oh, it sucks when you
what?
get back. It's like the drug is, you're come down from the high, and it's, like the last year I was like I'm back here again. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Cause you're just like, it's just like you're going like 1,000,000 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden you just like, it's over and you just stop and you're like,
now what?
I want to keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
that's how we felt too. I mean, we were only gone for 5 days, but the rush during that 5 days was like so pure and so amazing. And then I remember when I got back, just trying to keep myself busy to like avoid that post
like
tour
depression.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I remember one day I just walked like all over Seattle. Like it was crazy. I was like in Belltown, and I walked all the way to like downtown. And I remember I saw my friends LaFonda. They were playing a show down there.
Yeah, okay.
And I just kept roaming around the city, just like walking, trying to like occupy myself and stay busy. And then going to shows was cool too. Drugs helps. But yeah, something like a month-long tour, yeah, it's got to be a little bit more difficult. And now I'm like afraid for myself because I'm like, Sean, are you going to be able to handle like stuff like that? You know, like just coming down off of a big show like that, the post-show blues is a challenge for me, you know? I feel like I've been doing a little bit better with it, but if I'm being honest, I think it's just because I'm drinking, dude.
Shit, dude.
You know, you just like drink, and then you're like, oh yeah, you just like try to keep the ride going a little bit, you know. What about you? Do you like get the blues after a show?
Not necessarily like a show.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything like a show, I'm like, hell yeah. But like after tour, you're just like, especially if you don't have anything like lined up after, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing with like being in a band, it's like you constantly have to be like thinking 3 months ahead, like what's after tour? I got to get that, like start booking that now.
Yeah.
Like you have to keep the shark swimming, you know? Like, yeah, that's the tough part.
Yeah, I hear that. It's hard, dude, because sometimes if like you don't have something on the calendar in the books, you know, then you kind of feel not like empty, but maybe you start to
You don't have
worry
like
a
something to
little
look
bit.
forward to.
Something to look forward to,
Yeah.
yeah. Because it is fun. Oh, fuck. It is fun to, damn it, let's just wait till that shit's
That's
over.
cool, yeah.
Yeah, I hear you 100% when it's like, yeah, like after you tour, you just want to keep going and it's like what you want to do. What do you think is like required or like necessary to get to that point where you can tour like 9 months out of the year or like tour full time?
I mean, it's tough because like I feel like for 9 months out of the year, you kind of need somebody like to a booker. I think.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know, for me, I booked this tour and it was it's just such a time suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's like time I could have been spent like playing guitar or like doing other artistic things rather than like managerial tasks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like tough.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Hire
to
somebody
have,
to just
or
sit
like
you
if
out
you have
there.
a booking friend, or like
Okay.
But-
yeah, I hear that.
yeah.
I guess the tricky thing about like if you hire somebody, it's like you got to hope that they're also putting you on to like good shows, right?
I mean, that's like ideally if you're at the point where you have a booker, they're getting you into better shows than you could get for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like hopefully that's the case. It's not always the case, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, so you've been playing here in Seattle for how long? Because you're originally from California, right?
Shit. I mean, I've lived in Seattle now for like 8.5, going on like October will be 9 years.
Okay, cool.
So yeah.
Congrats.
I think I got a band together like a month after moving here.
Nice. Was that Weep Wave or when did Weep Wave start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Badass.
Yeah. It's been that long.
It's been a journey.
Uh-huh.
Well, dude, I saw that y'all's release show is being put on by KEXP. That's pretty fucking cool. So that's cool. Hopefully see you guys in the live room at some point. Maybe you can get back from tour or something like that. Maybe at the end
that
of
would
the
be
year.
that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Because that's like always been on the bucket list.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, be a lot of fun. I really want to do that too, but I was talking to Julian and because he wants to do it as well, of course. And I was like, yeah, but it doesn't make sense to do that until we're ready in the sense that we have like all of our like online stuff squared away. You know, like get all of our new songs out there so like you can drive like the audience there, like an online store, you know, because you play like you do the KEXP live room thing. One, because, yeah, it's a phenomenal experience, I'm sure, but also because they have a huge audience, like a huge worldwide online audience.
They have like 1 million subscribers or something.
It's
on their
like
YouTube
2.1.
channel?
Yeah.
2. Okay. Yeah.
I've looked. But yeah, it's For me, I'm just like, even though like I want to do that thing really bad, it's like you really need to make sure that you're prepared and like have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed, because it would suck if like you want
to do a good performance.
You want to do a good performance, but then also like if it gets like huge exposure, like 100,000 views, or if it blows up like some of their videos have, it would suck if like people try to like go to your stuff and then like you don't have it there,
right?
Like it's not all put together. So that's something that I'm trying to think about. Is I'm like, I hope when the day comes we'll be ready.
Oh, we're ready now.
Yeah, well, you definitely have your shit together way more than we do. Just like y'all's merch booth setup, it was real nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, I wanted to wear my Weep Wave shirt today. I've had a couple of yours. One of them like shrunk because I washed it a little too many times, and then the other one I tried to crop it and I just fucked it up, and I'm like, God damn it.
Which one did you try to crop?
It was the black one that just said Weep Wave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the little black circle.
Okay,
yeah.
The ringer one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just fucked that one up, and then I was like, God damn it, I still have it, but I don't know.
I've done that to shirts too.
Yeah,
like, I had like a King Gizzard shirt from this last summer.
Oh hell yeah!
And like, I don't know. Like sometimes I'll get an extra large and it'll be like perfect, and sometimes I'll get extra large and it'll be like to my fucking knees. You know what I mean? And so like, theirs was just huge. So I tried to like cut it, and it's just like I cut it like diagonal on accident. So just like it's just weird.
It's a little odd.
It's like, I don't know.
Yeah. It'll happen. Learning experience. Yeah. Cropping shirts. Yeah, dude, that show, the King Gizzard show, Remlinger Farms or whatever.
Remlinger Farms, yeah.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
No, that was a good time. They're doing Thing Fest at that same place this year.
Yeah, but I heard you can't camp.
Oh, they're not doing camping this year?
Yeah, I think it's one or the other. It's either Timber is doing camping and Thing is not, or Thing is doing camping and Timber's. I think it's Timber, though. I think Timber has the camping.
They usually do. Mm-hmm. I could see with it being like a new place, maybe. They're figuring it out this first year or whatever.
Exactly. It's special out there, dude. Like seeing
it's not as far either, you know what I mean? So it's not you could get away with not camping, I guess, like if you or
Yeah, for sure. A friend of mine, Erica, her from Vanilla Abstract.
Oh yeah.
I ran into her the other day, and she planted the seed in my head to try to start like a legit camping festival here somewhere. Because she was saying there's just not many options, and she wants to like have that happen again.
Like generator shows, or like
no, I think like something serious and legit, like sponsors and like big bill stuff like that, and do like a legit camping festival out here, because I know they did Summer Meltdown for years. Do you remember that one?
Did they not do that anymore?
I don't think so. They didn't do it last year. They did it the year before that. I don't think they did it last year, and I don't see anything. It's not announced yet.
Okay.
And I figured by now, like, they would have announced it.
Probably. Yeah, everyone's announcing their summer stuff right now.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get us some more festival stuff. We got the block party thing.
Nice.
Thanks for your advice on that. And then, I'm trying to figure out some other stuff. Fremont Friday, you know that one?
Is that what's that bar? Woodski's?
Yeah, Woodski's.
It's at Woodski's, or is it in that like alley?
Exactly. Yeah, it's in that parking lot
next to like between Annabelle. And, Okay.
Yeah. Should get you connected with Marshall so y'all can get on there, because it's fun.
Cool.
I mean, they have like a built-in audience, and it's free. So like,
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, like bands still get paid, which is sick.
Oh, cool.
But it's like, it's fucking sick. It's like free music, and they get like 1,000 people in there like throughout the day. And the bar just makes a bunch of money, so then you just get a cut of the bar or whatever.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's a fun time because it's like in the summer. There's like vendors and stuff like that. And you're just up there on the trailer just fucking rocking out.
They have a trailer? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they had bought this trailer from, the Fremont Arts Council.
Oh, okay.
That's another thing I'm trying to find
because they do the solstice.
The solstice parade, yeah. I just sent them an email. It's so funny, dude.
They did it weird last year. I don't know. Did you see what they did last year?
No, I think I missed it.
They had like, it was like a month out before the event, and they did like vote for your favorite band kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I need to know if I'm like in this. And then so it only give you like a week notice to be able to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, dude, they should have done this like months ago to
For
like have stuff locked in so bands know if they're playing or not. You know what I mean? And
yeah. I didn't. Yeah, straight up. I didn't really like that because
that was weird.
Yeah, because he hit me up and I thought he was asking us to play,
but he's asking you to submit.
Yeah,
to the
and then
contest.
I was like, oh yeah, this sounds great. We can send us the details, whatever. He's like, oh, actually, you have to submit, it, and then it's like a contest where like people vote for
Yeah,
you.
like just pick the bands.
Yeah, just choose the bands and put the bill together, and make that happen, because
everyone else,
that voting thing can be so inflated, you know.
Well, it was weird too, because it's like you could pay money to, like, you could do like donations counted as like votes too, so you could just like buy your way in if you really wanted to.
Yeah. So I hit them up and just send them an email, and the hope is that I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how you get on those like main stages for that.
Yeah, I have literally no idea.
Yeah, but if they give us,
they're gonna do that same thing this year.
Oh yeah, the competition thing. Yeah. Fuck that.
Do they pull a float with the band
through
the parade? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, so that's what martial law did. They were just
okay.
like, yo, do you have a float? And then she was like, yeah. And then they actually bought it from her. I can't remember what her name is, but the person who was like running it at the time. But yeah, I just sent them an email and I was like, yeah, even if we don't get on the main stages, if we could be in the parade and we'll just like fucking play and just like get pulled on a trailer, that'd be cool. But I don't know if you have to like buy your own float and design your own float. I'm like, damn, that sounds like a fucking lot. That'd be intense. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I hit them up. Hopefully that comes together. Dude, I noticed that like every year that they've had this solstice festival that I've been here, it's like rainy and cloudy and shit.
Last year for sure.
Last year definitely.
Because I think that was the same day as the King Gizzard show.
Oh, no way.
Solstice parade, yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
Because it rained at that show.
Yeah, but that was cool. We were like in the woods,
right?
You know,
well, there was just so many people there too that like the body heat from everybody, like it wasn't cold. Yeah, it was kind of weird. But
that's pretty fucking cool.
It was cool. Yeah.
No, that's dope as shit. I went the next day and it was a little bit colder.
Sunday, was it Saturday and Sunday?
Saturday and Sunday, yeah.
I was at the Saturday show then.
Same.
Yeah.
Dude, it was funny. There was this moment. I went with some friends of mine and we were just like chilling, waiting in line to like leave, you know, because everyone leaves at the same time. So there's just like traffic. You're sitting there. And then this golf cart comes by and then we're like, what the fuck? And it's like moving people aside and honking. And then right behind the golf cart goes flying this nice ass Sprinter van. And then it was like the band just like skipping the line and getting the fuck out of there to go back to their hotel. And then my friend, he said the funniest thing. He's like, "You're not fighting the man. You are the man." I was like, "Yeah, fuck those guys, man." I was like, I'd be waiting in line with everybody else. And I was like, would I though? But yeah, I remember like after they played their set, they like booked it off stage, you know, and then
get back to the hotel,
get the fuck out of there. Yeah. I mean, whatever, dude. There's a lot of different things that go into like touring and playing festivals. You know, if you're fucking tired and exhausted and you're like, yeah, dude, just get us out of here. I'm not sitting in traffic. All right. But then again, everyone here is making you rich. Like, but yeah. So hopefully we can pull off like some kind of summer festival, camping festival next year. That'd be fucking sick. Dude, what's your favorite venue to play in Seattle?
The Tractor's pretty cool.
Dude, Tractor is sick. We just played there last week and it was our first time. And yeah, the vibe was really good. I was surprised like it packed out on a Wednesday.
Okay.
But I think also like we're starting to learn a few things in the sense of if you really like curate the bill in a certain way, like that shit will pack out, you know? Because every band that played was like rock and roll, you know? And so like they really brought it. And like since it was so cohesive, I think we've interpreted that as like that's one reason why a lot of people came out, because it was like a consistent vibe throughout the night and people like wanted to go see rock music. But sometimes whenever it's something like the bands are too different or the vibes are too different, maybe those shows didn't do as well because of that. I mean, it's hard, like
it's hard to say like with any show, like if it's gonna be pop off or not.
Yeah, you're just fucking speculating, you know.
You're hoping.
Yeah. You're like, why did that show do so well, but that one didn't?
Right.
You know, it's really
sometimes just like the day of the week, or like sometimes it's a little rainy out, or like it's just like weird. There's a sports game happening,
right?
Or like, you know what I mean? Like there's just so many variables.
Yeah, it's really hard to know for sure. But then it's cool how like thinking about some of those things can play to your advantage. Like we've never played the Central Saloon, and I think I've kind of avoided it because I'm like, how the fuck are we gonna get people to drive down to Pioneer Square?
Right.
Or like parking is a nightmare.
Yeah.
You know?
There's not really like a good bus route, I don't think, that goes there.
No, not really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on where you are. So yeah, I've kind of avoided playing that one, but I've thought, oh, there's like a Mariners game happening and we're playing like during the day and there's already like thousands of people wandering the area. Then it makes sense to play Central, you know? So that's one thing I thought, and it's kind of interesting how these variables that we're talking about might play into like what your show is going to be or how it's going to go. I don't mind playing for a bunch of drunk Mariners fans or sports people.
Maybe ball.
Did you play sports growing up?
My parents forced me to play soccer.
Oh,
growing
fuck.
up.
Damn. How long did you play that for?
I want to say at least like 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like made us do a sport, and I did like soccer for a few of them, and then I did baseball for one because like I just didn't want to because soccer's all running. You know what I mean? I'm not a runner. So I did baseball one season, and that was arguably worse than soccer.
Damn.
Because you got to wear like the cup.
Dude, super uncomfortable.
Dude, that shit's
not natural.
It's chafy. Yeah.
That's funny.
But I think it did work. I needed it one time, and it was there for me.
Oh, well, shit. Yeah. Damn, that's scary, dude. Fuck. We were just talking the other day how, like, sometimes when you put a sock on and, like, you lose your grip and you accidentally, like, hit yourself in the nut.
I've never done that.
You've never accidentally hit yourself in the nut putting a sock on?
Not in that specific way. No.
We were talking about that yesterday. It's like, oh, man, it sucks when you do that because for anyone who doesn't know, when you accidentally hit yourself in the nut, there's, like, a moment where, like, there's no pain. And then you have, like, a moment where you think, oh, okay, yeah, I'll be fine. I guess it wasn't that bad. But deep down, you know that it's coming, and then you're just like, oh, and then you're toast. Yeah, that's me talking about hitting myself in the balls. Nice. Let's see. For your album release show, you guys are playing with Serpent Foot, and who's the other band?
High Waisted.
High Waisted, yeah. See, like that is a good bill because that's all going to be like some awesome rock and roll. And you guys are playing at the Sunset, which is like a very cool rock and roll place, you know?
Rock and roll, baby.
Rock and roll, dude. It's fucking awesome. What'd you grow up listening to?
Rock and roll.
Oh, yeah.
My dad was like Led Zeppelin, and then my mom was like Nirvana.
Oh.
Pearl Jam and stuff like that. Like, because back in California, we had K-Rock, and that was like all they played was like all that stuff.
What's K-Rock?
It's the radio station, like the big radio station down in SoCal. Back in the day, used to play rock and roll. I don't know what the hell they play anymore. Yeah, because they've been like bought out by like whatever conglomerate, and it's different now. But
iHeartRadio or some shit.
Yeah, or whatever. Yeah. Yeah,
that's cool. Yo, you take your guitar anywhere to like get set up and worked on?
I used to take it to Mike and Mike's Guitar Bar.
Nice.
It's like pretty close to my place. But my buddy's actually been helping me out the last couple things I've needed. Yeah. He's been able to hook it up.
Hell yeah. That's cool. Do you ever get get a bunch of gunk on your fretboard?
So I just bought a new guitar this last year. Yeah. And the one I had before that, I bought it used, and I was playing it for 11 years. Damn. And so the fretboard was trashed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was just like, that's why I bought the new guitar, because it's like, I can either pay $600 to get my fretboard fixed, or I can spend $1,200 and just get a whole new
guitar.
Get a Gibson.
Yeah, you stuck with the SG, right?
I got a Gibson SG.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I was playing this Les Paul the other day at American Music, and it was like as thin as an SG.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for a Les Paul, like, yeah, that's wild, right? But it was kind of cool because I'm like, man, yeah, it's so light, and you can really like tuck it into your body a little bit more.
That's why I like the SG. Cutaway. Yeah, because you can like really hug it. Yeah. Or like, because I had a Les Paul, and it's just so heavy.
It is heavy. Yeah,
it's just like stupid heavy,
and it doesn't like fit into your body that well. You know, like the way that it's cut versus something like a Strat or something like that. It's like it has like the cuts in it. Yeah, so you can like really like tuck it in. Yeah, but fuck, dude, I love my Les Paul. I've been playing that thing for like 10 years now, something like that. It just speaks to me. It speaks to me. Yeah, that's how it is. At least that's been my experience. Like whenever you go to a guitar store, you know, it's like you pick up a guitar, and then it's like if that guitar just starts speaking to you and you just can't put it down, then you're like, this is the one, you know?
Yeah, I love my SG.
Yeah, dude. SGs are sick. And like the fretboard is really long, you know, because like the cutaway goes all the way down, so I think
Right.
you get some extra frets.
I mean, yeah, like it's crazy too. Like, cause I had the Epiphone SG and then I upgraded to the Gibson SG, and you can really tell the difference.
Really?
I don't know if it's because like guitar, I played that thing to bits. You know what I mean? Like over
Yeah.
the 11 years or whatever. Because it was, like I said, it was used on top of that. But yeah, it's just like the color's like really nice, and it's like this one's like thinner, like
Oh,
a
no
thinner
way.
profile than my Epiphone.
Yeah.
It's like it's literally like half the weight. It's like really, it's
Whoa.
really crazy.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
It sounds good too, like the pickups and
It
shit.
sounds really good. So I was having some like electrical issues with it, but my buddy, he helped me put in new pots and like electronics and stuff. And then the guy that I bought it from, he put Les Paul pickups in it, and like so we swapped it back. But he gave me like the stock ones too, so we put the stock ones back in it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how much better it sounds, because like those are the pickups it's supposed to come with the SG.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
it just sounds like so like aggressive and like crunchy now. It's like
Okay, hell yeah.
it's really good.
That's fucking badass. Dude, it's cool. Like if you really like get into like upgrading guitars and working on them, like yeah, you can do some really cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
My guitar is like completely stock, you know?
Yeah.
And one day I hope that I can like get into the rhythm of investing into gear a little bit more, because it makes a huge difference.
I mean, you just get what you need. You know what I mean? Like, if you can get away with the less gear you can get away with, I feel like the better.
Sometimes it feels like a trap.
It's definitely. I mean, did you see these dudes with like pedal boards like this big,
It's a
and there's
fridge.
like you're not using all that, or like
Yeah.
you're really overcompensating for like something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I definitely don't have the bandwidth to figure out what all pedals do out there, you know?
Well, it's like too, like the more stuff you have on your chain, the more you're like diluting your signal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that
So
makes
it's
sense.
just like, because I used to have a big pedal board like that. I'm like, why am I hauling this? Like, I used 2 of these pedals the whole set. Like, why am I bringing all this stuff?
Yeah.
So I downsized to like the Nano, whatever,
Okay.
like the
Yeah, yeah.
small pedal board is.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's
And
just like a little...
I got like my tuning pedal and then like 2 other pedals on there.
Okay.
And I feel like it improved my tone a lot.
Oh, no
Just
shit.
like not having all that signal, you know what I mean, going through all that stuff.
That
like,
makes sense, yeah. Wait, what are the other 2 pedals that you have?
So I got a full tone. I can't remember what it's called. It's like the blue one that's like the double full tone.
Okay.
It's like a boost, and then I got another boost on top of it.
Okay, nice.
And then just have like a mini tube screamer.
Oh, yeah, dude, I have the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the first pedals that I got. It was,
You don't honestly, you don't need like much. I feel like much more than that.
yeah, for sure. I think I'd be down to fuck with some kind of fuzz octave or something, because I've always liked that, but I've had trouble finding a fuzz octave that really like cuts through.
That's
the
the thing
right
with the
way.
fuzz is like it's too fuzzy, like
Exactly.
or like too like dark or like muddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe like the high end fuzz pedals have that stuff, but like, yeah.
Yeah, it's tricky, dude. I've never really found one that I was super about. That's another thing. We talk about all these things that go into like doing what we have to do. It's like now you got to invest time into like researching what kind of pedals you want and then buying them, you know, and hoping that it
And then
works
it's
out.
never like what you thought it sounded on the YouTube video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what's fucked up? What you want to know what's fucked? Dude, Trading Musician is closing, and now I'm like, where am I going to trade in gear?
Right.
You know, like that.
Yeah, because there's like, I mean, because there used to be that one in Georgetown, but I think they closed it a long time ago.
damn.
And then, yeah,
Yeah, dude, it's like what?
hopefully someone fills that niche, that void.
Yeah, with like cool, because the thing about, because you could go to American Music and trade in stuff, but
But it's
over-
like corporate as fuck.
it is, yeah, and
They're
there's
not giving you deals.
They're not exactly
they're-
like Trading Musician. It felt like that was like the musician's shop, you know, like the music store for musicians. You know, like you could go in there, everybody
You
was
just
really
find
nice,
like just random ass shit,
and you can find random cool things, you
Like,
know, because
super
people just
cheap.
bring their shit
Yeah.
there. Yeah, fuck, man, that's such a bummer, dude.
Yeah, I found this like USB turntable thing, so you can like load a file onto it and then use like the USB controller or the turntable controller to
Okay.
like manipulate like the sound and like play it backwards and like all this weird stuff.
Yeah,
$20.
damn.
$20 a Trading Musician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you could negotiate there too. You're like, I'll give you $15 for it.
Yeah.
And they're like, let's
Yeah,
make a
like
deal.
I mean,
It's
you
like,
could definitely like throw it out there. Yeah.
yeah, because they had like I mean, sure, like a capitalist model, but they also I think incorporated like a huge like barter system, you know?
Right.
And that's like the more
They're more flexible for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Because the trading musician barter, yeah, duh, man, yeah, that place is cool. I went in there the other day and it was a little sad because like they're like,
Did they have their
we're not-
last day yet, or is it coming up?
I think it's in May.
Oh, okay, so they're going to
Yeah, May or maybe the end of the month. Something like
this
that.
month.
Yeah,
One of the M months.
Yeah, fuck, dude. Yeah, I confused March and May. But yeah, it was just kind of a bummer, dude. It's like I went in there and like everything's on sale and it's clearing out a little bit. But yeah, I hope something else comes along or maybe somebody with some fucking money.
Because I think they sold that building. I think is what the deal is, and so I think they just like they don't want to like move it to continue. You know what I mean? So they're just
because
like,
it's a fucking hassle.
Yeah. So I mean, again, like hopefully somebody can fill that void.
Yeah,
of like deals like that
for sure. I don't think there's a music store in Capitol Hill. There is like a pawn shop down the street that they just opened. You know,
I really don't hang out over here. I have no idea.
Yeah, it would be cool if there's.
I know there's like the record store and stuff. There's like I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully something steps in. But yeah. Anyway, dude, what are you hoping for the rest of the year? You got the album coming out. But when the album is out, are you dropping all the songs? Because I know we talked about like doing one at a time. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing one at a time for the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to hear the full record, you got to buy it.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know if like I'm just completely ripping you off or if like we had this idea like at the same time independently, but it's like, yeah, I'm on the same page as you, dude. It's like print out something that's physical if you want all the music. But when it comes to streaming, it's like we're just going to drop that shit once at a time to like give it its.
People have like no attention span. So if you drop the whole album, it's just like, you know, it's after a week, they don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, it's like if you dole it out and like if they do, you know what I mean? Like if there was a band like I found out about and like they have like 3 songs out, I'm like, all these songs are awesome. I want to hear the whole album.
Yeah.
I would buy the album.
Yeah.
And so we're hoping other people will do the same thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. So right now we're trying to figure out maybe we'll just get these songs printed to tape because that's cheap. And then it's like if you want to hear all the songs now, then you can buy our tape.
CDs are coming back too.
CDs?
CDs are hot right now.
Okay, that's good to know because...
And I think they're cheaper to make than tapes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I could see that. Dude, CDs sound so fucking good, I think. You know, like in the car, I don't think anything sounds better.
Dude, it's weird. I guess new cars don't have CD players.
Yeah.
That's so weird to me.
It is weird, yeah.
It's like when they took the aux jack out of the iPhone.
Yeah, it's like, what? That's insane. But yeah, whatever. Tech people. Yeah, okay, that's good to know that CDs are coming back. Dude, how'd you come up with the album art?
I mean, I took that picture in Joshua Tree, and then I just like, because it was like a cool photo, but it wasn't like enough, and so I added like the stars and like the little dude.
Yeah.
Because it went with like the theme of the album. You know what I mean? Like, I think it was when we came up with the name of the album. I can't remember which came first. Like, I think the cover was like in the works, and then we kind of developed the name, and then I tweaked the art a little bit to put that. Yeah,
looks pretty cool. I'm liking these music videos that you're coming out with too.
Yeah, our friends at Buttered Media helped us with those.
Okay, hell yeah, they're local.
They are local. Hit them up. They're looking for work.
Butter Media. Yeah, dude, that song Rebirth. I don't know. For some reason, when I watch that music video, it's like, I guess if I may, whenever I listen to your music, it's like melancholic, you know, because it's like I feel good, but also sad, you know, but not like depressed or like overly sad, but it's like I feel nostalgia. You know, like that kind of sad where it's like you're happy, right? Because it's like you're feeling good, but then there's like some sense of loss or something like that, you know? Is that what nostalgia is?
I can't define you nostalgia feelings, but
yeah,
I get what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah, we've had, like you said, one of our friends at Buttered Media described the songs as like, what did she say? She said like, sad. It's like I can't remember what she said, but like what the fuck did she say? She described it perfectly. It was like, being like as melancholy but like optimistic.
Yeah.
Were like the two like opposing feels in the music.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Like optimistic melancholy, you know.
Mm.
But it's good, dude. I'm a fan. Y'all got some fucking sick music.
Thanks.
Yeah. What else? What else do you have going on this year? You guys are going on tour. Anything going on in the summer?
Just we got that tour. We're also applying to summer stuff.
Yeah.
We're trying to get out of town more because we're at the point where we can only play Seattle like 3 or 4 times a year. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Which is fine. I've played Seattle like so many times over the 8.5 years I've lived here. You know what I mean? Like probably hundreds of times.
I mean, it's tough, like to play the same venue twice in 1 year or something like that. You know, like we've played Sunset 3 times
this year.
No, just in
like,
general. Yeah. And part of me is like, yeah, there's not really a huge desire to like go back there and play the venue again.
I feel like, for me, it's like depends on the bill, like the bands you're playing with, like, because if there was a venue I've played like that I wasn't stoked about playing, but the bill was cool, you know what I mean? I'd be like, all right, let's do it. Like,
yeah. We're trying to figure out ways to like make our shows more than like just the music is happening. So we're doing the show. It's a cowboy disco themed at High Dive, and same thing. We played High Dive like 3 times. But since we're trying to do something different with like the whole show, and we're trying to incorporate 1, like a theme, and then 2, we're trying to incorporate like some kind of interactive elements, so like the audience feels like they're participating in the event rather than just there to observe the music.
Right.
I think that's like a cool way to try to shake things up a little bit, you know?
I think that's like, especially like for your hometown, you know what I mean? Like, because you're always, I got a show like on Thursday, come see me play, and like, dude, we've seen you play like 6 fucking times, but if you can do stuff like that to like kind of make it more unique, or like because like there was one show we played here whereas all the bands were ocean themed.
Oh, cool.
So we made it like a ocean costume show, and like it was really cool to see like all the outfits like people wore, like, because I think the band win is what is that movie, Life Aquatic, like, you know what I'm talking about, the Wes Anderson movie?
No, I haven't seen it.
There's a distinct costume. I'm sure you've seen it if you saw a picture of it, but we all dressed up as that. And then, there was like bunch of SpongeBob people, or cool. like fish people. It was cool, like to see people like do something different and like get into it.
Dude, I was here for that.
Oh, you were here for that?
I was here for that, yeah.
What did you dress up as?
I didn't. But I'm pretty sure Coral Grief was on that bill.
Yeah, Coral Grief, and then Knuckle Beach. I think it was just those 3 bands.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but that was like one of our first shows from COVID, I think, too.
Yeah, no, because I remember coming here
the first
Dillion.
Halloween after COVID, I think is what it was.
Right, yeah, that sounds about right. Because, Julian and I were like just getting started with Balcony Bridge, like jamming in the park and stuff, and we weren't really a band yet. And then we came out here to check it out, fell in love with Coral Grief. And then I remember like being up there in the mezzanine watching you guys play to like this big crowd going crazy. And I'm like, dude, this is so fucking cool, man. You know, back then whenever we were just like getting started. So that was a cool show. Yeah, hoping that some more cool shows can start happening at Cafe Racer here pretty soon. As I was saying, they're in a state of recovery, but almost there.
Nice.
You got any dream venues you want to play in Seattle?
It'd be really cool to play the New Crocodile.
The New Crocodile, dude.
Yeah, because we've played the old one,
and
we've played Madame Lou's, but now, it'd be cool to play the Crocodile.
Hell yeah! I feel like you get in that room whenever like there's a touring band coming through. If you can get lucky. There's some people who do like DIY festivals there. Like King Youngblood does the Black and Loud Festival, which is pretty dope.
Cool. Is that there? Is that at?
It's at Croc.
Okay, because I thought that was at where you were talking.
Yeah, they did that the first year, and then this last year they moved into the Croc.
Cool.
And then actually, what I've noticed that they're doing is they're doing like Black and Loud shows in other cities, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that's something that me and Marshall were talking about. Is like, how do we make like the Seattle music scene actually the Pacific Northwest music scene? And it's like, yeah, that sounds interesting. You know, like if there's a way that we can like get everybody connected in like the scenes that are happening in Portland, in Vancouver. Maybe Boise. I don't know if that's the Pacific Northwest.
Think they count. Yeah.
Yeah. And then just try to figure out how it's like everybody can like be in contact with each other, so it's easier to like play shows in these different cities, so that bands don't just have to figure it out on their own, you know. But yeah, so that'd be cool, dude. Playing the Croc would be fucking sweet. I just went there for Freak Out.
Okay.
Yeah, are you guys gonna apply for that?
I don't think they do an application.
No, they do. Yeah,
they do.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you guys should apply for that. They, I think. Yeah, they have applications open online. I'm pretty sure I saw it on their website.
Cool.
Yeah, there's this other festival that my friend sent me that I'll send to you guys to apply to.
So the Spokane one?
Yeah.
That's happening, yeah.
The Bam Jam or something.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, my friend hit me up and she was super stoked on it. And I was like,
Is that Claire?
Why not? No, it's my friend Jenny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Jenny was a friend of mine.
I was actually listening to that earlier.
Dude, I fucking love that album.
Uh-huh.
I was talking to Megan about it on the last episode. Dude, I'm such a fanboy for that album. It came out 20 fucking years ago.
I think I like Sam's Town better.
Sam's Town? I don't know if I've listened to that album front to back, actually.
That's the one with When You Were Young.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking love that shit. Dude, you going to be hosting like any more Rock Band nights or anything like that?
Maybe after tour.
After tour?
Cause we're gonna be gone for like a month, and then it's looking like I'm gonna be driving for another band's tour.
Oh, no way.
So I'll be their driver. Like they're gonna rent my van and like drive. I'll drive them.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna be gone for like 2 months.
Okay.
But then when I get back, I'm gonna need some money. So
yeah,
I'll probably try to do another. Yeah, because the Bad Bar where we did it, they want to have us back. So
okay,
and
sick.
then I was talking to Chop Suey, so we'll see what happens.
Dude, we want to play Bad Bar. You should hit us up for that.
You gonna play Bad Bar? Is that what you said?
No, we want to play Bad Bar.
Oh, okay.
So if you guys are trying to put on a show, let us know.
Okay.
Can we weasel in there? Whatever makes sense for the bill you're trying to curate. You know? But yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. Cool. Dude, thank you so much for coming on. It's been great hanging, talking with you. Dude, I'm so glad to be your friend and to go from like being your fan to like knowing you as a person is really
your progression's
cool.
been funny, yeah. Because like I think the first time we met was like you on your bike coming by.
Oh yeah,
me and my friend walking home one time.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you just like.
And then we ran into each other like a couple times on the street.
We just keep running into each other. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we just kind of started hanging out and being friends, which is cool. Dude, I'll be honest. I remember when I saw that show at the Black Lodge, I called out one of your songs. I was like, "Play Final Trip."
I think I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Dude, I remember because you were like, "What?"
I was like,
that song, Final Trip.
Yeah, we didn't like play much off that album.
Yeah, I like that record. It's pretty cool. There's a line that really resonates with me from that song, and it's like, "Should I eat this month or pay the rent?" And that's very real, you know. It's like skipping meals and shit like that.
Early 20s, baby.
Early 20s. I'm still living that now. God damn it. But whatever. You know, my time's on its way.
We come ups.
Come ups, baby. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out, Dylan. I really appreciate you being here. And I wish you the best of fucking luck on tour. I love watching you guys on tour whenever you guys are doing your shit. I'll be at your show at Sunset. Buy your tickets now to the Sunset April 5th for Speck release with High Waisted and Serpent Foot. I will be there. The community will be there. It'll be a fun fucking time.
Hell yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, anytime.